Okay, it's 1 o'clock and I'm so excited for 5 tips to grow your startup biz. Presented by me, Sharon Reed, of Focus and Fabulous Events. So let me check and see if there's anybody online. Okay, just waiting for a few to jump on. I'm hoping I get one or two folks. I know it's the middle of the week. Well, no, it's Monday. And it is 1 o'clock, so many people have already had their lunch. Our country is also going through a crisis down in Houston. So I know people are wrapped up in that and how they can help their loved ones. But I want to give a few moments to join 5 tips to growing your startup business. Still going to run through the whole thing. Whether it's just me on the line, I'll make sure that I get this information down, record it, and out to the public to help others grow their business. It's just 101, so I'm going to hold on and wait. Texting a few people I know I invited. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is being recorded, so people will be able to catch up. Okay. All right. So, growth. So, how do you like to see your business grow would be the first question I would ask myself as a new business owner. You might want to add new equipment, take your business to a new territory, get customers that are not friends and family. I think our tips will assist you with all of those because that's what it's done for me. So the things that I've put in place to help my business have allowed me to change my territory a couple of times, have allowed me to gain new business with customers that I have been, in my mind, they tell you to create your ideal customer. So if you don't have an ideal customer for your business, you're in trouble. You want to know who you work with. You know, what's their demographics? So is it women? Is it ages, you know, 30 to 60? Do they live in the city? Do they make, 6 figures? Who are your clients? Um, so basically knowing where you're aiming to grow. What are you trying to grow in your business? Some people are not trying to grow everything, just certain things. They're just looking to enhance features, and that's it. Or they're looking to stay with what they have and make it in TikTok shape that it's working seamlessly and the customers are always happy and their customer service is dynamic, and so they're getting new business because they're being consistent in this. I don't know, but I think my 5 tips will help you in all that. So this presentation was created to assist new business owners as they grow their business organically. If you are like me, I didn't have a lot of capital to put into my marketing, so I had to be creative and resourceful. My business is Focus and Fabulous Events. It's a premier photo booth rental company in the Washington, D.C. area. I want to share what helped me grow my business. I came up with 5 tips that can change your business and not hurt your pocket. Okay, so the first tip is presentation. What is your brand? Before we go into what's your brand, I had a conversation with another business owner the other day, and we were talking about adding additional features. Being in the event industry, I thought chair rental would be a great add-on. The other business is already in the chair and table rental business and was giving me advice. I told him I was not interested in offering the white plastic fold chairs, but the higher end chairs that have become popular at many weddings and other social events. I want to true to my brand, which screams luxury. So he couldn't understand why I didn't want to do the white folding chairs. And I had to just say to him, look, I don't want white folding chair clients. I want high-end luxury clients and want white folding chairs. So that was our discussion. And he, after me explaining that, my feelings, he was like, okay, I get it. So yeah, that's different. So me and you are not in competition because I want to do white folding chairs and you want to do the luxury chairs. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, I understand. So what is your brand? You should know your brand. Your brand should be listed, not listed. Your brand should represent you. And it should also attract who you want to be your clients. So when people hear your business name or they see your logo, what do they think? It took me a long time to come up with my logo. And I think I hit the nail on the head. But I went back and forth with different logos. I'm a female owner. I wanted people, when they saw my company, to know that it was female owned. And I think I do that. There was and I'm going to find it for you guys. I might have to email it to you later. But there is a website that if you put in your website and send it, they randomly have people that go and look at your website and give you their feedback. And so it'll be 3 people that do it. So you'll get 3 different viewpoints. But all 3 people, I will say, said, oh, she. They just started calling me she. They didn't know who owned the company. They just immediately, from seeing my website, knew that it was female owned. So I did it, right? It's colors, maybe the name, most men don't have anything that's fabulous, so I don't know. But just know your brand and have your brand scream what you want it to say. Let's see. Be who you want to work with. So you can't expect luxury clients if you're not delivering a luxury product. So take time to know what your customers want, the ideal customer wants, and be ready to give it to them. I can't come to a wedding with broke down equipment, not working, not being able to deliver my product at an event, or if I'm selling shoes and I want a luxury client, I can't, sell shoes that heel falls off the first time you wear it, or, it's poorly made. I have to put money into my product to get the type of clients that I want. Okay, so that's one way of building and being how you present yourself. The webinar, I was listening to a webinar presenter a few months back, and he was saying that there's people that go to Shake Shack for burgers, and there's other people that go to the dollar menu at McDonald's. He says his clients go to Shake Shack. So it's like, oh yeah, definitely. And I always, tell people, Sometimes people will call you, especially friends and family, like, oh, I didn't know it cost that much. Oh, well, I only budgeted a certain amount of money for this. Well, why? Do you walk onto the Mercedes dealership and say, "Oh, I want $1,000"? No. You know that if you want to go to the Mercedes dealership, you have to have a certain amount of money in your pocket, and that comes from their branding. They don't scream cheap. They don't scream, "You could come here with dollars." Looking at their commercials, you can tell, even if they don't put how much you're going to pay monthly, that you have to have some kind of money in your pocket to even step on their lot. Okay. Um, Build a brand that you can stand behind and that attracts the clientele that you want to work with. So that goes back to, your product matching what you say you are. You can't have a product that doesn't deliver what you say. So just make sure the brand and your products are in sync. You're going after the clients that you want to work with. Knowledge. My second tip would be, as our businesses are startups, there is no blueprint to success. So, excuse me, a lot of what we do is going to be trial and error. But learn from your mistakes and explain to your clients the benefits of working with such a knowledgeable business such as yourself. Be the expert. Okay, people will appreciate and feel more comfortable spending money with you when they know you know what you're talking about. So my conversations with a client is going to be long. It's going to be detailed. I want to get as much information from my client about their needs, and so that I can in turn meet their needs, and two, deliver the product that fits their needs. A lot of times somebody will find your ad online, or they'll see your website, or somebody will mention you. Nobody can tell your story better than you. I have a lot of friends that I love them, and they try to promote my business, but they don't promote it right, And so when I get a phone call, I have to, thank you for calling, but no, that's not what I do, and I have to re-educate the new potential client on what I do and how what I do can fit their needs. Okay, so get all the details. I talked with, again, I'm in the photo booth business, and I was talking to another photo booth owner, and I was telling him about an event I was doing, and he was like, "Well, how do you know all that?" And I was like, "What do you mean, how do I know all of that?" And he was like, "Well, how do you know that their colors of their wedding, and how do you know, this and that about the venue and X, Y, and Z?" I said, because that's part of the consultation. You want to know what you're walking into so that you can better fit the needs of your client. If you don't know that there's going to be 200 guests, you're not bringing enough paper to print. If you don't know the size shoe that your customer wears, you're going to come out and they're going to try on shoes that they can't fit. So know what is needed. Like if you are a shoe salesman, do you have a wide foot? Are you comfortable wearing heels? Do you walk a lot? Where do you work? Oh, do you stand on your feet? You need a comfortable shoe. Like, really get to know your customer. They really appreciate that you took the time to ask questions and that you care about them. In return, you're getting knowledge that you wouldn't already have, especially when I'm going into a new venue and I get to ask them questions about a place I've never been, or if they're having something somewhere I've been, I can tell them, "Oh, last time we did an event there, this didn't work, that didn't work. Oh, they don't have an elevator, so can we set up the photo booth on the first floor?" They're like, "Oh yeah, she knows what she's talking about." So they're going to go with me rather than someone else that they call has no clue. Maybe this first event, maybe they're coming from a different town and they have no clue about the city, or just really, you can be an expert, even if it's not on the product. Be an expert. I had a conversation with a client who's in the hospitality business. Well, my background is in hospitality, so we had a long conversation about hotels and customer service and things like that. And from there, I'm now her new photo booth vendor. And I don't think it had anything to do with my product. I think it had to do with the relationship that we built because I took the time to know about my customer. So knowledge about your product, knowledge about, what you're selling and to whom and for what and why, and about your client. prepare. So the best way to get the information out, I'm not gonna always get a chance to talk to the client. You know, sometimes I get emails from clients and they don't give me a phone number. And so the only way to tell them about myself is to send them an email or send them a rate sheet or send them an information sheet. So let me show you my information sheet. So again, staying true to my brand, I love this information sheet. I think it gives a lot of information about what I do, what we've done, who we've worked with. Oh, well, if Hilton works with her, she must be big time. Oh, she's worked for the Grammy. Oh, wow. Yeah, we want to work with her, you know, or, reading, you can't really see it, but reading one of the things was one of my events. I work with the Department of Defense. Oh, she does government contracts. You know, she works with government. She can work with me. Oh, look at that printout. That looks really good. That doesn't look like the one from the guy I called earlier this morning. So just, as much information that fits your brand that you can put on in a pleasing to the eye way is best. I really apologize about that. Hold on. Okay, I found a great graphic designer on Fiverr.com. I had come up with a few marketing materials to share with, who has come up with a few marketing materials to share with my clients. If you're not good at something you need done for your business, outsource it. If you know someone personally, great. But if you don't, Fiverr has just what you need. And for $5, it doesn't hurt the pocket to try. So yes, this costs $5. Um, it's a little bit more depending on what you want them to do, but it's worth the money. I'm not a graphic designer. I couldn't tell you colors, what fonts, what angles, what squirrely lines, what would look good here and there, if something's centered or not, where she go. I can't tell you, but she can. And for $5, I'm willing to pay it. So I just gave her the content. She designed this for me, and it's great. Anytime I come up with an idea, I run it by her and say, hey, can we make something that we can. So if you know graphics, great. Work on something that you can share with your clients in case you can't talk to them. That's going to get all the nuts and bolts out to them, and that looks like your brand. It's very professional. When people get something that you look like you made on Word, they might not spend that $1,000 to $2,000 with you. Okay. Get social. So, social media is huge. And how lucky are we as new business owners in this time and age to have such a great gift as the World Wide Web. When I first got started, not a long time ago, but about 4 years ago, I was already in social media. I love posting pictures, and my business is pictures, so it was really easy. But I didn't realize how amazing my business could grow just using social media. I love Instagram. Everybody has their thing they love or they don't love, but I love Instagram. Instagram was my go-to, but you have to be everywhere. Everybody doesn't use Instagram, so you need to have a presence. Even if you're not actively every day, every minute posting, you should at least have a business page on all social media outlets. So I presented a couple of them. I have one for everything. I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, anything that can get me customers, I'm on it. Am I active on all of them? Yes. The same way. I'm mostly active on Instagram. But with Instagram, you can share to your face and your Twitter. So I'm equally active on all three of those. Pinterest, I'll go to and mostly be social. So when I say get social, it doesn't necessarily mean a one-sided situation. You're not just posting and walking away. You're going to go back. You're going to see who's liking your pictures. You're going to start following people. And why are you following them? Because they're similar to, your goal. They're either potential customers, they're potential vendors, they're people that can get you more customers, just people you want to know. So I did a webinar on how I grew my business with Instagram, and basically I walk through like a day in the life of how I post, how I post a picture, and I locate it at a venue where I'm at, and then I might tag it with a couple of people that were there. I'm going to use hashtags. If you don't know what a hashtag is, if you put this $ and something after it, people that are looking for the same thing will follow that hashtag. I put hashtags, lots of them, and then I interact. So if somebody says, oh, this is really cute, really, thanks so much, what do you do? Or I might follow a hashtag and find someone who does what I do in another country or in another state and say, hey, how do you get people to do this? Or how do you get to follow you? Or just becoming friends with a lot of people online can bring you more business. They're going to share your business, and when they hear of someone that wants what you have, they're going to share that with them. My thing with getting social, with being on the social media platforms, is to be on all of them, showcase your products in the best way. So no blurry pictures, show people, like for me, I want to show people interacting with my product. I want to show my product, how clean it is, be out and make sure that you're always following your brand. Speaking of following, follow hashtags. So my hashtag, 30 or 40 hashtags. One of my hashtags is hashtag photo booth. So I'll follow hashtag photo booth, see what other things are coming up. What other photo booths are out there? Maybe it's people that posted that they took a picture in the photo booth, especially if you do photo booth fun. And so from there, I'll see people that took pictures in the photo booth. Oh, wow, that's a great picture. You guys look like you had a really good time in the photo booth. And I don't know why I keep coming back to shoes. Let's switch shoes. Let's go makeup. Let's say makeup is your business. You're a makeup artist. You post your people that got their makeup done by you. You post tutorials. People want to learn. If they can trust you being the expert, they're going to follow you. You post the products that you use. Be open, because then they're going to come back to you when they're ready to buy. You post, let's see what other kind of businesses are out there. Let's say you have a hotel. You post the rooms. You post the pool. You post the great customer service. You post reviews, okay? So just as much information that you can post about your business and how people love it it's great. And like I said, interact. Just don't post and walk away. Make sure that you follow up with people that leave comments or questions or concerns. And now you got DMs, so you got to check all of them. How many times have you gone to your Facebook or your Instagram and seen you have messages sitting there? So on a daily basis, people could be hitting you up. Turn on your notifications. Make sure people are not leaving you questions, concerns, and want to book you and want to get your product, and you haven't responded to them. Having a quick response time is best, so they know you're active. Quick story. A friend of mine over the weekend ran into an event planner, and she says, oh, wow, he would love to work with you after me telling him all about you, showing him your Instagram. But I went to go find him, no Instagram page, no Facebook page, not for his business. The little bit of stuff that I did find was from 2 years ago. So when people see you haven't posted in 2 years, maybe you're not in business anymore. Okay, so be relevant. It doesn't have to be every day, but it should be, within a certain amount of time that you last posted. Okay. Networking is my favorite. I think this has really grown my business. Totally grown my business. I did a whole presentation. I was a speaker in Vegas in the spring about networking, the power of networking, and how it's grown my business. And I can't say more about it. If you don't have the capital to invest in every place of your business, be strong at your social skills. So, networking, network proactively, meaning make a plan. How are you going to network? When are you going to network, and be consistent in it? Are you going to do networking meetings? Are you going to network with people in your local chamber of commerce? Excuse me. Be proactively network, and also be strategic. Don't waste a whole time with things that aren't showing you a return on your investment. And time is an investment. So, if you're going to networking events and you've never gotten a customer, or, people don't show up, they show up late, they don't discuss business, then leave it alone. Next, move on. So, or ask people, you meet people that are in your industry, or, customers, ask them, who should I be networking with? Do you have any other friends that are interested in what I do? Or, you go to networking events, what's been your success? Follow the lead, okay? Create a diverse network. So you should have a diverse network of people that can assist you in growing your business, not just one. So in my business, I network with DJs, I network with event planners, I network with other people that do what I do, which are photo booth people. I network with photographers, with florists. I network with schools, all sorts of different types of people. Okay. Pay it forward and leverage your relationships. So people don't want you to be a taker. They want you to also be a giver. And people are more willing to give to you if you have given to them. So don't just ask for things. Be willing to share helps. So today, I'm willing to share some of my knowledge so that people can grow their business from some of the things that I'm talking about, or learning from some of the mistakes I've made. So be willing to open yourself up and help others, so that in return, when you need help, they'll do the same. Set aside dedicated time each week to network. Find local networking organizations. A lot of times they cost money. I found a few local that I think it's like maybe $100 to join. There's national working associations or chapters of things in your industry. Join them. Join the best. But if you're going to spend the money, join the best. But definitely join some kind of a national organization. Also go to industry trade shows, expos. Put yourself out there to walk around, network, and not just collect business cards and then let them sit in your purse or your wallet for a couple of weeks and then throw them out because you were cleaning purse or your wallet out. Network by their social media handles, sending them information. And you don't kind of network with everybody. Everybody's not going to be on the same page. So be strategic, be proactive, and be consistent. Keep in touch with former colleagues. Let's see what else it says. And alum. So if you went to go to your classmates that you went to high school with, that you went to college with, see what they're doing. See how what you do now can fit into their life. Especially if, like with us, if we go back to our schools, build a relationship. A lot of times schools want to do business with their alums. So go back to your local schools, go to your former businesses. I've worked in different industries. I get business from hotels I worked at. I've gotten business from schools. I used to be a teacher. I get business from the schools that I used to work at. So go back and let them know what you're doing. All you're doing is updating them, letting them know what you do. And most times they have some doing what you do, and they're going to go with you because of you. Okay? Use that. Focus your social media networking efforts. And we talked about that because I did social media. But just don't, if you're going to spend time on Facebook, not looking at, crazy memes or people fighting or what have you. Go on there and use that search button. Go on there, find groups that will help grow your business. Go on there and follow hashtags that'll grow your business. If you're going to be on social media for hours, put it to work, put it to your job, to your business, make your business grow. If you're going to be on social media, post, start conversations, start sending out recommendations,